athletes! Today we're going to look at dividing fractions. But first, if you haven't watched my video on Introduction to Dividing Fractions, check it out. You can use the QR code. So let's look at this example. We have 5/9 divided by 2/3. So the first thing we need to do is find a common denominator. And so when we look for the least common denominator, I notice that with 9 and 3, the common denominator is 9. So already 5/9 is in its okay form, but I need to change 2/3 to have the denominator of 9. So that means I need to multiply 2/3 by some fraction that's going to give me 9 as the denominator. Remember, this is when we use the big 1, where the numerator and denominator are the same. Because remember, any number that has the numerator and denominator as the same equals 1. So 3 multiplied by what is 9? And that would be 3. So again, 3 divided by 3 is our big 1. So 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. So now 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So that means 2/3 is equivalent to 6/9. So now I can rewrite this as 5/9 divided by 6/9. So they have the common denominator of 9. Now let's put our numerators and denominators together. So now I have 5 divided by 6 and 9 divided by 9. So I have 5 divided by 6. I can simplify 9 divided by 9 because 9 divided by 9 is 1. And anything divided by 1 is itself. So when we think about division, division is actually just fractions. So 5/6 can be written as 5/6. So 5 divided by 6 is 5/6. So that means that 5/9 divided by 2/3 equals 5/6. Now let's look at it visually. So let's use candy bars. So for the first one, I have 5/9. So that means I have 9 pieces and I colored in 5 of them. For the second candy bar, which is 2/3, we wanted to make sure that the pieces were the same size. So we know that 2/3 is equivalent to 6/9. So again, 9 pieces, but this time I colored in 6. Now, when we're dividing, we want to know how many fit in. So in other words, how many of the red fit into the blue? So if I look at this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means one group has 6 of the squares. So I'm going to circle a group. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a group. But I only can color in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 are colored in, which is in my numerator. And how many make a group? 6. So that's my denominator. Let's try another one. So with 2/3 divided by 1/4, I noticed that the common denominator for 3 and 4 would be 12. So we'll find the least common denominator. I've got my 12, so 2/3 multiplied by what equals 12? Well, I know that 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, so 4/4 is my big one. So 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Let's do the same thing, but this time with 1/4. So 1/4 multiplied by something is something over 12. So 4 multiplied by 3, so 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. So now I have 8/12 divided by 3/12. Again, we're going to put our numerators together and our denominators together. There we go. 8 divided by 3 and 12 divided by 12. So again, 12 divided by 12 is 1. So 8 divided by 3 can be written as 8/3. Let's look at it visually. Here comes our candy bars. So again, we're looking at 12s. So I have 8/12. So I colored in 8 of the 12 pieces of candy bar. And for the second one, it's 3/12. So I colored in 3 out of the 12. Again, we want to know how many 3/12 fit into 8/12. So I know that these are groups of 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's see how many groups of 3 we can get. There's 1 group, 2 groups, and almost 3 groups. So I colored in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's my numerator. And how many are in a group? 1, 2, 3. So that's my denominator. You can also look at this as I have 2 full groups and then 2 out of 3 left over. So 2 and 2/3. Now, sometimes I hear my students say, well, can't we just use this shortcut where it's keep, change, flip, or flip and multiply? And I say, well, do you understand why that works? And then they look at me like, oh, I'm not sure. Or sometimes they forget which one they're supposed to flip. So let's look and see why this works. So let's look at the one we just did, the 1/3 divided by 1/4. Or actually, this isn't the one we just did, but it's another one. Okay, so when I write 1/3 divided by 1/4, I have my 1/3 as my numerator, and my denominator is 1/4. So I'm just dividing it. I know it looks kind of strange. Now, what I want to do is I always want to get my denominator to equal 1. So I need to multiply this by its reciprocal. Anything multiplied by its reciprocal is 1. So here's my big 1. So I'm multiplying by, instead of 1/4, 4 over 1. And the same thing at the top, 4 over 1. Now let's simplify this. I have for my numerator 1 multiplied by 4 and 3 multiplied by 1, divided by 1 multiplied by 4 and 4 multiplied by 1. Okay, let's make this look a little simpler. 1 multiplied by 4 is 4, and 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, so I have 4/3. 1 multiplied by 4 is 4, and 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. Now remember, 4 divided by 4 equals 1, so I have 4/3 divided by 1. And anything divided by 1 is itself, so that equals 4/3. So that's why this works. Again, it's not knowing a trick, it's knowing the understanding and why that it works. So I hope this helps with you. You've seen 2 different ways now that you can divide fractions. You can find the lowest common denominator, or you can also do it visually. As always, thank you for watching.